I'm trying to say to us as pastors as well as the congregation that we need to appreciate her works. Amen. Thank God for pastor wives. I've had the privilege over the years to be under good pastors and pastor wives. Starting with Pastor Al Sly back there in Panama, in which the church that I got saved, he had a godly wife. They spent hours with us. I'm talking about Sunday morning, Sunday night, we're at Wednesday night. We're at the preacher's house up until midnight many times. And they accommodated us. Amen. I know better now, but then I was young and dumb in the things of the Lord. And guess what? I just was, guess what? Not one complaint. Amen. We need to appreciate her works. But also we see from verse number 13 that we need to not only appreciate her works, but we also need to appreciate her willingness. Mm-hmm. Notice verse 13 tells us that she worketh willingly with her hands. Mm-hmm. When it comes to the work getting done, you can count the pastor's wife in. Many times, if we're honest, the pastor needs to step to his wife at times and say, look, honey, let someone else take on that responsibility. Let someone else do that. But oftentimes, she's more than willing to put her hands to the gospel plow to help out any way she can. We need to appreciate pastors' wives. And ladies, I just want to honor you tonight. I want to thank God for you. And listen, if we never get an opportunity in this conference to do so, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your dedication to the Lord. Thank you to the duties that you perform for your Lord. Thank you for serving the Lord faithfully all these years. Amen. Amen. But not only should we appreciate her willingness, but here's the fourth thing. We need to appreciate her wisdom. Mm-hmm. Verse 16 through 18 shows us, notice, she considered the field and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planted a vineyard. She girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. She perceived that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. Mm. Some people think that the pastor's wife is a pushover. Mm-hmm. That she's not very smart along the way, but may I submit to you that we ought to appreciate her wisdom. Amen. This shows us here, first of all, that she has financial wisdom. Verse 16 makes it clear that she considered the field and buyeth it. And with the fruits of her hands, she planted a vineyard. She has financial wisdom. Verse 17 reveals to us that she has physical wisdom. Notice, she girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. In other words, she knows how to take care of her body. Amen. See, we don't appreciate it at times. It's the preachers that has that problem at times, but most pastor wives take interest, and she has wisdom. She knows some things which are not good for her, so she stay away from those things. We also see that this text shows us that she not only has financial wisdom and physical wisdom, but she also has genuine wisdom. Verse 18, notice, says, she perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Notice, she knows what type of product she's putting out there. Amen. That's genuine wisdom. No one has to tell her about what she's portraying and what she's putting forth. Mm-hmm. She takes time to evaluate herself, and she realizes the product she has. But may I also include this here, that she also has how to give him wisdom. You say, what do you mean, preacher? She got the preacher.
Amen.
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 She has that how to give him wisdom. In some churches, that preacher is the desired commodity. She has it. So she has some how to get him wisdom. She was able to do something that some of the sisters in the church for years, what she was able to do, get the preacher. I'm sorry, the pastor's wife had the wisdom others didn't have. But here's the good thing we ought to appreciate about the pastor's wife. We need not only to appreciate her wisdom, but we also should appreciate her welfare. What do you mean? Verse number 19 and 20 says, she laid her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold this distaff. She stretched out her hand to the poor, yea, she reached forth her hands to the needy. We see that here's a woman that is very skillful. She has learned some skills along the way, and because she has learned how to do some things along the way, others are now benefiting for it. Amen. Others are now beginning to reap the benefits. You see a pastor's wife, she learns how to play the piano. Now she's teaching others in the church how to play the piano. The choir and the church and everyone around her is benefiting. Why? Because she has made herself skillful in some areas. She learns how to conduct Bible study and begin to teach the ladies in the church. She learned how to do several things, and before you know it, she takes all of that what she's learned and now shares it with the other women of God. I'm saying to us as the people of God, we need to appreciate the pastor's wife for her welfare. She not only is looking out for herself as far as building up and learning some things, but she's doing it for the benefit of others. Amen. Thank God for pastors' wives. Yeah. I'm going through these because I got about 10 of these, and I just wanted to show you some things we ought to appreciate. Here's the sixth thing we ought to appreciate. Folks, we ought to appreciate her wardrobe. Verse number 21 and 22 says, she is not afraid of the snow. For her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. In other words, when they use this word scarlet, they talk about, in other words, her children or her family members, they all now have what you call their double garments. They have double garments, and so guess what? Let the snow come. Why? Mama has done her job to be able to make sure that her children are fashioned. And so we see that she is, about this godly woman, we see that she is fashion conscious. You see, she teaches other ladies that you can be modest and still be modern. You can be modest and still be modern. She don't have to go and get all the latest styles and look like she fell off Harlot Hill somewhere. No, sir. She is modest, but yet she is also modern. She is fashion conscious. Her children are in style. Not only now is she fashion conscious, but we also see that she is function conscious. The snow cannot harm them. Why? Because she has dressed her children in a way, their double garment, to the way that what? They are taken care of. And so she's also function conscious. She realized that some clothes will work at this time as opposed to other times. Again, sometimes we don't give the pastor's wife the credit that is due to her. We take it for granted that she is just listening to everything that preacher says, and so therefore, which is her husband, and you get it mixed up. Listen, she is a woman. She is a woman that needs to be appreciated for her, not only her welfare, but her wardrobe. Thank God for godly women. Amen. Who dress and look like godly women. Someone as well told me years ago, if you're not in the business, Don't try to advertise.
Amen.
And so therefore we are thankful that we have godly women who makes it their business to not only dress modest, but they're also modern. They don't have to look like Shirley Temple in 1945. They can also look like today's godly woman, professing godliness with good works. But here's the seventh thing we all appreciate. We all not only just appreciate her wardrobe, but we also need to appreciate her wifehood. Her wifehood. Look at verses 23 through 25. Her husband is known in the gates. When he sitteth among the elders of the land, she maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivered girdles unto the virgins. Strength and honor are her clothing. She shall rejoice in time to come. Every man of God here tonight will be able to tell you that they're a better man tonight because of their wives.
Amen.
Everywhere they go, they're able to be able to put on a good smile, a good face. They're able to look right. They'll be able to dress well. Why? Because they have their wife at home, called the pastor's wife, who's making sure that things are taken care of with her husband.
That's right.
I'm saying to us that oftentimes we don't take time to appreciate the fact that we have godly women amongst us. But we are thankful tonight that we all appreciate her wifehood. The Bible makes it clear that she is a woman who helps to make her man a better man. Notice, her husband is known in the gates. When he sits among the elders of the land, as he conduct his business, as he go about doing the things of the Lord, he is a better man. Why? Not because he's such a dynamic preacher, but also, and including to that there, he also has a wife who's been praying for him, who's been taking care of his needs, and he has no need to spoil. I don't know about you, but it's a blessed time. It's a blessing sometimes when I come in from a night job, and I get in about 5:30 at times, and I see my dear wife. And I know she don't like me talking about this sort of thing, but I see her 5:30 in the morning on her face before God.
Wow.
Actually crying out to the Lord on behalf of our family, and on behalf of our ministry, on behalf of others. And you know something? That blesses my heart as a man of God.
Amen.
Sometimes I come through the door, perhaps even discouraged. But you know, when I hear her off in there, or if I know when she's not in the bed at that time, I know where she's at. And guess what? That blesses my heart.
Amen.
Little does she know how much of a blessing she's been. And knowing that in the times that I'm not there, she's lifting the family up and lifting others up.